Welcome to another edition of Fabric 5. Today we're going to talk about Workspace roles and their impact on Fabric. I'm glad you're able to join us. Let's get going. Today I want to talk about the Workspace roles and how they impact Fabric. Because Fabric is built on the backbone of Power BI, Workspace roles themselves expand on the existing Power BI Workspace roles. So we're not going to cover some of the specifics around Power BI. We're going to touch on Fabric and some of the roles and the implications of them as you think about Fabric in light of data creation and content and such. There are 4 primary roles when working with Fabric, just like in Power BI. Admin, member, contributor, and viewer. Admin's full control of the workspace, and they can do things such as add other admin users, delete or update the workspace itself. Members are basically same level as admin, except they can't add admin users or delete the workspace effectively. But they can still add and manage users and viewers in the workspace. Contributors can create and view the content of all types in Fabric, including Power BI. And viewers can read all the content. Now we get into the nuances. So keep in mind that big warning label. The SQL permissions were created, allowing us to secure SQL endpoint and the warehouse with known T-SQL permissions. That being said, they only apply to those in the viewer role in the workspace that you're in. So what happens is, if you apply all those permissions, but people have elevated workspace roles, those permissions can be ignored and bypassed. It should not be considered secure at that point. One of the things you can do is create a reporting workspace where you can actually report design and content creation. Reference the SQL endpoint from there and use that or the data warehouse SQL endpoint and basically build your reports, and those permissions will be honored. It is very important that you understand this differentiation between workspace roles and the current SQL permission set that have been applied. In the future, OneLake security will beat all this out, and we'll be able to see security and data permissions for all workspace and roles be applied throughout the entire system. The key takeaway here is that this is workspace oriented. These roles allow people to access data and all the development tools based on their permission set when they get in. You cannot cleanly secure your data without accounting for these crossover roles into the permission set you're applying. This is very important to be aware of. One caveat is shortcuts will still apply the underlying security depending on how they're implemented. So there might be some deviation from this. But overall, you need to account for roles and permissions and assume optimistic scenarios where most of what you have will be granted to the team. So thank you for joining us for another Fabric 5. Please take your security, your data security seriously and understand these limitations at this point. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like, share, subscribe. We hope to see you next time on Fabric 5. Have a great day.